Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, shall we? Alright, Alex, good evening, good to see you. Here we are, and it's been a while since I've played this character here. So we are currently a Spriggan Hunter of the Shining One, and we're trying to get a victory with a Spriggan, and we're on Elven Halls 2. We actually have 2 runes already. I'm just trying to see what I was thinking coming into the Elven Halls. Like, what am I trying to get? I must be trying to upgrade something. So I've got a hand crossbow of freezing, acid dragon scales, a good cloak, lots of dexterity on my rings. Maybe I'm looking for resist fire. I'm definitely looking for something here to get through the vaults. So let's see, what are we training? We're training armor skill. Okay. And we have the spell blink, apparition. Portal projectile is quite good, actually. Okay. And ranged weapons and dodging are very high. Invocations very high. We can summon buddies with TSO. So that's always fine. We've got the divine shield. And we have a bajillion scrolls of teleport. That's 30. That might be the most scrolls of teleport that I've ever seen. So that's nice. Kuro, good evening. Good to see you, my friend. We also have 6 scrolls of blinking and 6 scrolls of fear. So the consumables game is doing okay. I mean, was I trying to make some kind of a run on Elf 3 here? Maybe I was just leveling up, getting experience, getting a little bit stronger. Oh, okay, Kuro. Let me see if I can adjust it. Hopefully this sounds a bit better, my friend. Maybe I wasn't talking right into the microphone there. Now, another thing I want to say is that maybe I was just looking for a better weapon. Maybe the hand crossbow wasn't strong enough. And it's very possible, but the hand crossbow isn't bad. We have brand weapon if we wanted to rebrand that hand crossbow, but it's okay. Let me look at my hand crossbow here. It is... yeah, it's base damage 17. It's a big weapon. All right. Well, let's go down and see what kind of trouble we can get into here. Okay. And let's see. Gotta find where the vault is. There we go. So we keep losing the ability to regenerate, and I don't know what is taking that from us. All right, we're getting blasted all over the place. Okay. And shoot this guy, please. Okay. Portal projectile. Let's put on divine shield. And let's go ahead and portal projectile. And fire at this guy. And he's dead. And so is that guy. Okay. So this is a little bit lower. Hopefully that's better, Kuro. You know, I can turn the music down too if it's too loud. Elven Halls 3 is always a really dangerous situation. But we do a ton of damage with this character. So if we can get like a reasonable trickle of enemies, we should be able to do this okay. Ow. There we go. Alright, now they're coming. There's a lot of them coming on here. Let's take out this guy. Yep, he blew up the walls around the stairs. That's funny. Okay, let me hit this dude. And this guy. Alright, now we're taking damage from every angle. So I'm going to go up. And I'm just going to rest. And is there another stairway down? That would be great. Okay. So we were here getting blasted. Let's kind of slowly work around and just clear things out. I can use Divine Shield to make my life a little bit easier against all of those archers, if need be. But let's just slowly move through the Elf 3. Now, Elf 3 is something I will abandon instantly if it starts getting too hard, because it's always a challenge. Don't let it fool you. I'm not going to let it fool myself, or I'm going to hope to. Yeah, like this. For example, you get a room like that. Alright, no problem. Do I have a... I don't. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use... I could use Cleansing Flame, but it doesn't really hit elves that horribly. I'm just going to Divine Shield. And let's step back. Alright, this guy... Interesting. Okay. I'm just firing until it becomes untenable. This doesn't look great. I appear to be on fire. Okay. I'll take these guys up the steps with me. And, let's see. Let's just go ahead and blink. Okay. At least there's only one of them fighting me at a time. And we got him. Okay. No problem. I'm going to peek down. And there's some guys here. There's some Deep Elf archers who want to get involved in shenanigans. And we can actually do that with them. Let me finish off the one I have been hurting over here. And then fire at this guy. You can see we actually blasted him back with our reflection. Okay. There's a Zom chest piece that I don't want. And this is the vault right here with all the treasure. So we came in and opened up this eastern door of it. And now we're coming through a northern passageway. We immediately want to just walk back here. Use Divine Shield and continue moving away. Trying to fight one at a time if possible. Oh, he healed. He did that Necromancer full heal. Oh, okay. So I wasn't fast enough there. Alright, no problem. I have to blink away. This is getting ridiculous. And we're just going to be a Spriggan and run. Okay. Alright, and I'm going to stand on the staircase. I will try to take some blasts at this guy. He should go eventually. There he goes. And there's a bunch of like summoned fools, so I'm just going to rest. Let those guys pass. And do I need to... Alright, can we kill this Master Archer? These guys are rather difficult. Yeah, as you can see, he like nearly does all of my health, but we got him. Now I think we're raising our armor skill so that we can wear these Acid Dragon scales without being encumbered by them. Let's see. The base delay, yeah, we're slightly delayed, but not horribly. So we're almost okay on armor. We could probably switch off of it pretty soon here. Hey, Necronth. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. It's going great. How you doing? Thanks for asking. And we'll just kind of stroll through here and see which enemies came out of the vault to fight us. Alright, I'm going to make sure that I clear these back halls. I don't want any surprises from anything up here. I guess maybe I came here just looking for some artifacts. Maybe trying to get some big experience blasts or something. That's all fine. And that's the ticket, Necronth. You definitely could get good at this game, my friend. Anybody can. You just have to spend time at it. I've been playing this game for over 10 years, I believe, and I still have a lot to learn, but that's what makes it a great game. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's definitely too much shenanigans for me, so I'm going to walk back. I did use Divine Shield, and let's see, do I get anything that's not a summon coming at me? I don't want to fight all these summons. I'll fight the Master Archer, but I'm not going to just stand here and waste my time on these summons. Let's just wait, see if that Master Archer comes to us. He does. And he's dead. So this is what you have to do. Just like what Necronth is saying, getting good at this game, it requires extreme patience. And the Elven Halls require extreme patience. Especially if you're trying to do something foolish like empty their treasure vault. They guard it pretty intensely. Oh, I didn't see this guy coming out from behind me. That's unfortunate. Let's try to... Okay, I'm going to use Portal Projectile. Oh, okay, well, I guess I don't need to use it now. Let's just kill this guy and this dude. And there we go. Blast that guy away. Is this dude still in here? No. But look at this. They tore up the floor, the walls, everything. You're breaking your own treasure vault here, elves. All right, let's see. Who else is in here? Okay. Some considerable enemies. I'll go ahead and shield up. That's a great question, Necronth. The primary gimmick of Spriggans is this, so I'm going to push Shift A. You're really small, and so that has both pros and cons. If you're a very small tree person, which means that you cover ground extremely quickly, so you have speed +3, which is the fastest you can be in the game. So you're extremely fast and you can see invisible. So that's kind of what their deal is this, that you can run really, really fast. So you can get away from things, but you have a lot of negatives, like you can't wear a lot of armor because you're super small. You can't use big weapons because you're small. You also have a very small hit point pool. So you kind of have to play them as casters or stealthers or ranged characters, which is what I'm doing. They don't do very well trying to tank sword and board because they're flimsy and they don't get to exploit their speed. But like if you're doing this, if you're using a ranged weapon, you can kind of stick and move really well with a Spriggan. They're tough. I've never gotten a win with a Spriggan before because they're so flimsy, and I'm just I have not the best instincts as a spellcaster, but I'm trying to get better. Absolutely, Necronth. You can't even use a bigger shield than a buckler. You can't use a medium shield or a large shield. You're too small for it. But luckily, dragon armor in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup resizes itself magically. So you can wear a lot of different dragon scales. But even then, so many of them are just so heavy that you're not strong enough to wield them without significant encumbrance problems. All right. And I'm going to just stick to the outside of this vault, make sure that there's no stragglers that come and flank me while I try to get my way inside. Okay, so I'm just kind of methodically, you can see in the right-hand portion of the screen, I'm just methodically working my way around the exterior of the treasure vault. And the treasure vault is always on Elf 3, which is the bottom floor. And here comes our buddy, the demonologist. Where did you go? Down there? Alright, he's gone. Alright, I gotta fight this guy. And, ooh, that guy has a triple crossbow. This is one of the... I think actually I can't use a triple crossbow. That's a fantastic question, Necronth. Yes. So basically, let's talk about the damage. Now, one of the things, Necronth, and anybody playing along who is newer to version 0.29, which is what we're playing, they keep making the numbers more transparent. Theraziz, good evening, my friend, in Dungeon Crawl. And so if I look at my crossbow, all right, it's +5. Fading, good evening, good to see you. And +5 means +5 to hit and +5 damage. Okay, that's what the enchantment does. But also, you can see that they include a lot more information about the damage calculation. So, hand crossbows are actually enormously damaging. They have a base damage of 17, which is very high, and they have a base accuracy of +3. So right now, just at base, I'm getting +8 to hit and 22 damage with the +5 enchantment added on, but it has a delay, which means how many turns it takes to fire. Now, you also augment the damage dealt by your ranged attack skill, and so there is this calculation here that basically says my damage rating with this weapon is 51. So you take your base damage and you multiply it by 165% of your dexterity times 167% of your skill, and then you add the +5 for the enchantment. So, and then you add the freeze damage as well on top of it. So this all adds up to an incredibly damaging weapon. Now, for just as a comparison, this sling that I was using for a long time, it's only base damage 10, and you can see my total damage rating with this sling, which is +6, is 25. And this is because the sling is just an inferior weapon. It doesn't do as much base damage. So, base damage is incredibly important in figuring out your overall damage. Or even this Arbalest right here, it's also base damage 17, but it's larger. It's not as accurate as the hand crossbow. It's a little bit slower. And then you can see overall my damage rating is only a 48 with this weapon. It's still pretty good, but this would not allow me to use a shield. So the hand crossbow is a one-handed weapon, which allows me to have a buckler. Hey, Wizard-like, what is up, my friend? Good evening. Thanks for the raid. So we have a very, very strong weapon, but I'd love to get some more scrolls of enchant weapon. And you can see here on the ground, there's a triple crossbow of freezing, right? Now this weapon, hey, Jeepicus, thanks for following, my friend. If I were to, let's just pick this up. I can't use a triple crossbow because I'm a Spriggan. And you know what, Necronth? Dungeon Crawl used to be like that. You used to have to kind of rely on the wiki pretty heavily to figure out these calculations, but they're doing a better job of it. So this right here is an insane weapon. You can see its damage, its base damage is 23. But as a Spriggan, I just can't use it at all. So we'll go ahead and drop it. All right. So we're trying to empty out this treasure vault here in the Elven Halls. I'm going to slip down here, make sure that we've mapped this all out. I don't want any more shenanigans than already is going to be present. The Elven Halls are notoriously... I've died here so many times that I'm very, very careful when I'm here. Okay, so a deep elf archer is shooting at us. Now, luckily, a Spriggan can back away. And we're just trying to fight these guys like one-on-one. I'm just pushing S and I'm waiting until this guy comes around the corner. Hey, Wizard-like, good evening, my friend. So, that's a great question. I've been playing Hunters more since the rework of the ranged skills stuff in Dungeon Crawl. I like them a lot too. I love the fact that you don't have to worry about ammunition, especially early game. It was always so frustrating to run out of arrows or bolts early game with a character that you wanted to play ranged with. And I think that grouping all of the ranged skills together allows for a lot more versatility and flexibility, right? So like if you find a great longbow, you could easily switch to a crossbow or even a sling or something like that, which is pretty awesome. What are you liking about it? I just, ooh, okay, we've got a Deep Elf Knight up here. Let's just make sure that's all that's up here. All right. And there's a +1 robe of the Exceptional God, which is not what we're going to use, but it's pretty funny. It's strength +8. That's a huge amount of strength on a robe. But it's only +1. And we're getting such a boost out of our Acid Dragon scales in terms of having some survivability with armor class that I'm not going to just put on a robe. I'm not really casting that much with this character. I'm just kind of going pure ranged DPS. Alright, so I am going to just back out of the vault. Yep, you can see there's already 2 casters that came out. I'm going to go around the corner. And I'm just going to stand here. I'm going to wait. All right, here comes the Demonologist. We'll fire at him. He's moving really quickly. Ouch. We got some damnation blasting at us. Quite unpleasant. Okay. I kind of want to map out up here and just finish the circuit around this vault. The Deep Elf Blade Master is coming at us. So I'm going to close the door and I'm going to back up and he's going to open it. And I'm going to use Divine Shield from the Shining One and just shoot this guy a bunch and hope that, yep, we can kill him before he kills us. And here comes an archer. And he's dead. Okay. So I'm going to kind of curl around up here. Continuing. Oh. Alright, yep. We've just got some guys up here. A Demonologist. Oh. That's too bad. Okay, good. What do you have on? He's got a +4 longsword and he's haloed. Alright, that's not ideal. We're getting a lot of money. Hey, John from Sweden, good evening. I know, Theraziz, it was getting crowded. I was going to bail if there was one more guy. I figured if I couldn't get that Demonologist down, I would have had to run because he summoned a quite annoying demon that either torments or does damnation. Something bad to me. Okay. And I'm not going to just stand there for that. Alright. Okay, let me just kind of continue exploring up here. Alright, there we go, there we go. Fantastic. Alright. And I'll circle around here. Wizard-like, I don't know if there was anything else that you enjoyed about Hunters in this version, but I'm with you, my friend. I liked them a lot. I'm glad they gave the ranged character a little bit of a buff, so it feels like I've played a couple of them in 0.29, and I feel like they're up there with a caster or a DPS character, like a melee character, once you get the right stuff going. Yeah, wizard-like, exactly, my friend. And I have to be honest, it wasn't like a hugely prohibitive thing that you would have to train short bows or crossbows or whatever separately, but it's just a nice thing. It just streamlines it a little bit, because it would be terrible, you know, to just have to pass by weapons when if I'm not remembering correctly, the ranged skills didn't have the synergies like the weapon skills do, where like if you're going mace or something like that, you can switch over to axes because you've already built up so much synergy from training that it's feasible. All right, so we got Summon Lightning Spire, Chain Lightning, some good stuff. Honestly, Summon Lightning Spire might be interesting, but I don't think we can get it off the ground with 13 intelligence. Okay, what we're really looking for, File of Floods is actually pretty good. Condenser Vein is fantastic. Tremor Stones is a no. Okay. There we go. Great. And let's see. We're getting a bunch of spells. I didn't really see any jewelry or cloaks or, you know, anything else that was fantastic artifact stuff there. Like a Staff of Air. Okay, here's some ringmail of Zumanagi, but we can't wear it because it's ringmail. It's not good anyway. +1 Sling of Flaming, meh. Staff of Death, meh. That's too bad. But we did get our armor skill to 10, which is probably as high as we ever need to take it. Let me just check my crossbow. We're only being slowed slightly by our armor, and so I think that strength would be maybe the last thing that we need to completely mitigate the encumbrance hit. So I'm going to stop training armor and think about, we're good with shields. Where do we want to put this? Fighting is expensive, reasonable. I could just go back into ranged weapons or dodging or something like that. Dodging actually seems not bad. What's my evasion? 41? I mean, that's a pretty incredible dodge. Let's go back to dodging. I feel like that's going to just boost our chance of surviving more than anything. Oh, there's some extra treasure I didn't see. Phantom Mirror could be good. Oh, I need to drop some stuff. Okay. I won't be throwing poison darts ever, so we can drop that. Let's see, anything else I want to get rid of? I have this Ring of the Mage. I don't know when I picked that up. It's very, very good if I wanted a spellcaster. Wizardry and Archmagi is insane. This is actually interesting, but I think I considered it. Resist electricity is good. I don't have it. Magic points, meh. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with Dex, but I have Dex +6. See Invisible I already have as a Spriggan. Strength -2 would actually hurt me. I'll go ahead and drop that. I don't need it. Shining One is protecting us from negative energy so ridiculously. I'll get rid of 1 Condenser Vein. I guess I don't need 2. Oh, and Shining One doesn't want me to use Condenser Vein anyway because there might be a cloud that's... I don't even know if he wants me to use Phantom Mirror. I just have to be careful with it. Okay. There could be a cloud that... I think there's a death cloud that Shining One would not like. Death Miasma or something blasts out from there.